Hello again, I am Joe Bob, and welcome back to a brand new City Skylines playlist. We are with Snowfall. It is now officially available on PlayStation 4, a week later than the Xbox version. That was out last week on the 14th. It's now the 21st. It's now available for PlayStation 4. Held back for technical reasons for a week. The developers, Paradox, felt it needed just a little bit of extra polish before they were comfortable with releasing it for the PS4, but it's here. So let's jump straight in and start a brand new map. So there are 3 new maps available to us. There's Snowy Coast, Icy Islands, and Frosty Rivers. And I don't know which one I want to do. I think let's do Frosty Rivers. Let's take a look at this one. So I'm just going to change the city name. When this box finally pops up, there it is. Okay, we're going to go left-hand traffic this time, but we're not going to do unlimited money or milestones. We're going to earn it the hard way. So let's jump in and take a look at the brand new stuff. So obviously some of the things we're going to get with this, we're going to get obviously snow, and we have these 3 new maps. They're going to require us to really pay close attention to the temperature. We have to make sure our roads are heated and our houses are heated as well. We're going to get trams as well, and let's see, whereabouts are we? What do we have in existing infrastructure? We've got railway over there at the top. We've got this long stretch of freeway here that kind of goes through there. That's quite cool. The railway follows it actually as well. I like that. So the next tile we can unlock, railway access. And then around here, these freeways are actually laid out pretty straight. Normally they kind of bend all over the place, but they're pretty straight along here actually. I like that. I'm actually a fan of that. So yeah, this is our starting tile. We've got some trees over here which we can use to maybe build some forestry industry. We've got this sort of yellowed area here. This is our fertile land, so if we wanted to do a farm, we can do that there. Let's take a good zoom out as well, so we get a nice good look at some of the stuff that we can build on. So we've got quite a big chunk of land here in the middle. That's where the bulk of our city is going to be, I think, but I don't know if I want to. Well, I'm going to have to unlock onto this mini island here so I can get the railway going. We've got a railway connection way off in the distance there. You can see it kind of runs along the edge of the coast, then cuts over a bit further down. Where's the other railway access? Way over there as well. We are going to have ship access. We should get it most of the way around this island by the look of it, because we've got access to the sea in the distance over there. Got a nice big heavy river. Might even get it going off in the other directions as well. So could have some really good river placement there, options. Currently minus 9.3. So let's see. This is the road maintenance section. So we have a road condition, and what is this? A snow dump. Snow dump sends out snow plows to clear streets of snow. When a snow plow has a full load of snow, it will return to the snow dump to empty the load. Snow is melted at the dump to make room for more snow. Okay, let's take a look at the road maintenance. Houses maintenance vehicles. They travel around the city to boost roads, allowing travel at higher than normal speeds. That sounds quite useful. So that's something I think that we could use on all maps, whereas this is obviously something that's going to be only on the snow maps. Has anything else in roads changed? Doesn't look like it. Pretty much all laid out the same way as before. Although we do have this 4-lane road with tram tracks. So obviously if we go into public transport, well, we can't at the moment. We need 2,000 as a population. Let's take a look at our milestones. Let's see when we can unlock trams. So we know that the initial ones at the start, they're pretty much the same as before. So we get trams at the same time as buses. So when we hit 2,000 people, that's when we get access to trams. Same with buses and taxis. That's good. We get them nice and early. And here you can see we get extra insulation, no electricity for heat, and only electricity for heat as new policies. And we also unlock the tram roads as well. So we've got 2-lane road with tram tracks down the middle, 4-lane, 2-lane one-way, standard tram track on its own, and then one-way tram track as well. And obviously water pipe with heating pipes is a new unlock at that milestone as well. So we need to get ourselves up to sort of 2,000 people nice and quickly so that we can get that going. So this first episode is going to be kind of just putting in the basics of our little town to get us started. Let's try and get our population in nice and quickly. So I want to try and get this nice and close to the edge without actually going over the dotted line. So I've got my nice straight line to work from. That looks pretty good to me. Let's just plonk that down there. And I want to build reasonably close to the freeway, but not too close. So that's going to be kind of like our end point there, I think. Take this line out. Now that we have our straight line to work with, let's just throw in a very basic kind of grid kind of pattern along here. So let's go out 2 blocks along there. Need to go along here a bit more. We're going to try and get a little bit more sort of in depth with some of the customization of our city this time around as well. Obviously we've learned quite a lot from Jimsville. This time we're going to really sort of go for the extra sort of decorative look with our city. We're going to use footbridges and footpaths a lot more. Try and create some nice little districts. We'll start doing more custom areas as well, as opposed to just straightforward city grids all the time. But just to get us started, I'm just going to build a really straightforward, simple little grid network. Just to at least get us up and running. So I think if we come along like that, and then same again, and I'm going that extra square along there so that I can use double road like that. And we'll bring this along to about there. Actually, let's take that out. I want to put in a roundabout down here. So we can actually split traffic off in different directions. So center of our roundabout's going to be sort of there. So about here is going to be the center of our roundabout. So let's try and get the spacing right. Yeah, that's pretty good. So I want a decent sized roundabout. Let's go a full block size this way like this, I think. Take that piece out. Go to there. Let's go to curved road. Let's go across. Drop in our curves. In fact, actually, we can make this a little bit easier. We're doing left-handed traffic as well, don't forget. So traffic will be running on the opposite side of the road to when we did Jimsville, where we just did right-handed traffic. This time we're going to say switch it and flip it on its head. So there we go. So we have a roundabout flowing in the right direction. I'm going to leave these cross pieces in for now, just because they're going to make things a little bit easier for us. And let's go to freeform. And we want to curve our entrance piece in like that. And then do the same coming down here. Curve our exit ramp like that. Give us a nice, smooth kind of feed in. Now we can take these pieces out. And let's go back to our double road. Let's bring that across. Let's go back to straight. There we go. And then we can go across here as well. And we can have another sort of residential area along here. And then what I want to do is have our industry down here. So let's bring a double road down like that as a starting point. Need to be reasonably close to the water so that we can get our water pipes in and our waste pipes as well. Let's bring this along a bit more, down to about there. Let's put actually let's put a little bit too far. Let's put another small roundabout in, and this one's going to be a much smaller roundabout. So this one's going to be a half-sized roundabout, and same as before. Just going to build the little cross pieces first, because I find it much easier to get our roads in with that cross piece in place. There we go. We'll leave those in until we've got our side roads going off. Let's build one over this way. Let's go back to straight roads. Again, we're just going to keep it pretty grid-like in this first opening section of our map. Don't want to go over the top crazy with it, but we definitely want it to be nice and straightforward. That's perhaps a little bit too close to the roundabout itself, so that piece there might come out, but it'll stay there just for the moment. Let's draw that one in there. Now if we take that out, bring that down like that instead, that's better, I think. Let's take that one across and down. Let's bring these all the way down to, say, here. Like so. Connect them up. And then roughly halfway along we'll just drop in a cross section there. This is starting to take shape quite nicely, I think. Let's do another piece that goes along the bottom there. We'll bring that down like that. So let's see, how far across is that? So that's 2 blocks, and then 2 blocks. Oh, so we actually did just get it absolutely perfectly in the middle there. So that's 2 blocks down, and across, and 2 across again, and then go up 1. Do the same again along here. And no, we missed out a little bit there, so we actually need to put in our half block here first. So it should be 2 across from there instead. So let's take this piece out like that. So that's 1. That's 2. So that's our up piece. And then 2 takes us close to the water, but not all the way up to the edge of it. That's good. And go across like so. Let's take that up like that. Take that piece out. Take that across there. And there we go. We've got a nice, good starting residential district. We've got some space over here for some other stuff. And we can bring our industrial down into here as well. Let's very quickly throw in an industrial area. Let's put in a split here. This is just going to be a kind of rough industrial zone. It's not going to be a particularly heavily thought out one. It's just going to be a few quick sort of blocks of stuff. Let's go down like so. There we go, take that piece off. Same again here. I want to make sure I have spacing just right. That needs to go. Actually, that's yeah, it needs to go out a little bit more. One more. There we go. So we've got a nice little cross piece here, and then we can take that across to there, there, and there, and then drop in our double road down the middle. There we go. Nice little industrial zone just to get us started. So now we need to put the other bits and bobs in. Let's go ahead and just take these pieces out like that. Water pipes. Need to make sure we have good water pipes. There we go. That's a nicely positioned piece, and this can run all the way along the bottom here, because that should cover all the way up to there, like so. Yep, that's laid out nicely. Let's do the same over here to find the right spot. That's where it needs to be. Let's take that one all the way along to the end as well. Oops. Excellent. And then we need to come down here. So let's go about there. I want to do this as effectively as possible, so I'm not wasting too much space. Yeah, like that. Next piece. And go across one more. Excellent. That's the one we'll take all the way up to the top there. And I'm just going to need a small piece just to cover that bit there as well. So that should do. And as long as we're careful with what we allow in those two bits, we should be fine. And then let's link that to there as well. And then we'll just do a cross piece to link those like that as well. So our water pipes are in place. We need to see which way the water is flowing. Okay, so intake needs to be over here. And outtake will go just there. Let's get those connected up. Just running very low on funds. I don't know if I've got enough money to be able to at least put in some kind of power. These are 6,000. Yeah, we don't have enough. I don't think we can take a loan out just yet. No, we need 380 people to be able to take out a loan. So I need to take out a little bit of road. So let's take out that piece, that piece, that piece. Let's take out these back pieces as well. And there we go, that's 6,000. So we're going to be running with hardly any money to get us started. I need somewhere that's actually going to produce good amounts of wind. We've got a lot of space over here. I'm very aware of the noise that these things are going to produce. Oh, sorry about that. I was trying to fight that sneeze there for a minute or so. What about over here on the coast? I'm wary of the cost of pylons. Let's plonk it there. Now we're out of money again. Okay, so I need to take a little bit more road off. And I think, how much are these, just out of interest? Yeah, it's going to cost us a few hundred, I think, by the look of it. So that's going to be 280, and it's going to cost us another 1,000 or so to get to there. So I need to save 1,000 in terms of road costs. All right, let's take those pieces out because they're quite expensive pieces of road. That gives us our almost enough money. I need to take out one more piece as well. Maybe. Actually, I might need to take out a little bit more than that. What else can I get rid of? Let's take out... we need to get rid of that piece. For starters, that shouldn't be there. If we take out that, like that, we can always add that back in later. That gives us enough money to kind of play about with pylons. So now we can bring this down here. Connect up there. And then... don't really have enough money to link to our industrial zone just yet. But I do need to make sure I've got some industrial spacing. So if I can try and preempt where some of this stuff's going to go, I can try and be a little bit kind of creative and selective with where I want my zoning to be. So let's make that residential. And that, let's make that commercial and more residential. Oh, it's high density there and there. That will hopefully spawn enough stuff. And then industry, I'm going to need to spawn that sort of in these areas. And let's go to select, because I don't want to go right up against the dual carriageway. So let's do that. I think that's going to be enough to get us started. So I need to go in and change road direction here. But I think everything else is flowing the right way. That's all going the right way. That's all coming in and out the right way. That's going the right way. Alright, we are good to go. Let's unpause time and get some people in our new little city. Oh, and straight away we've got some residential stuff coming in over here. Obviously there's no power yet because there's nothing else connected, but we do have a nice little connection starting over here. So these houses actually do look kind of cool. Some of these. I do like that snow effect. And we've got more spawning in over here. This is going to be our little commercial blocks. Then residential all the way along here. Industry is starting to spawn in over here. They're all going to be without power until everything gets connected up. And we're out of cash already. We really kind of scraped right down to the bone on that. But everything in this section's got power. That's all linked up quite nicely. So we just need a little bit more growth along here, which is starting to happen. That'll link these up to the grid, which will then in turn immediately link our industry. So it's getting there slowly. And we should start seeing some traffic start to divert in here pretty soon as well. Our houses are going in. Just need a little bit more in this area here. Can we maybe give it a bit of a nudge? Not really at the moment. There is a demand for a little bit more industrial. Let's see if we can fill that. And then we've got extra sort of residential. There we go. It's starting to come across in this area. Here come the cars. Here come all the new citizens moving in. Heading into their new little district. Oh, that lighting effect's really nice. I'll tell you what, there's definitely been some really nice little visual improvements with the with the update patch that we got just before this went live. The patch dropped on late on Friday. That unlocked the trophies for this, and there is some definite changes that you can see to just kind of the base layout. Colours seem to be a little bit brighter on here. They seem to be a little bit more clearly defined. And just some of the little touches, it actually looks a little bit nicer and a bit better connected. Now we have a connected grid, but we don't have enough power to supply our city, so we are really, really close to our first milestone. We're so close. We just need a few more people in. We'll get a nice little boost of cash. We can drop in an extra generator or two to start getting some extra. There we go. Nice little boost of cash. Let's drop in an extra one or two of these turbines. Let's drop these over here where they can actually produce the kind of amount of power that they need to. Just link that along there. And now everything should start getting power properly. Yes, they are. Oh, and I like the difference in street lighting there, with the yellow lighting and the blue lighting. That's nice. That's definitely a new visual effect. To the way those colours are a lot more vibrant now than they used to be. Okay, so we need to put in a landfill site. It's one of the things that I wanted to do with this area over here. So let's drop the landfill in. Well, what I want to do is just make sure the landfill is away. Oh, we have snow. And there's my trophy. Get your snowshoes ready. Experience Snowfall. Let's draw a line over there. That's what I need. And now I don't have enough cash. Well, money is going up. Actually, while we're on the subject of cash, let's go in straight away in. Let's raise our taxes up to 12. Get some extra money rolling in from our citizens. And let's take out a loan as well. There we go. So we've got a nice bit of extra cash to play about with. Putting this out the way on the side here because we will, immediately start to devalue our industrial land by having a landfill over here. Let's get a clinic in place. Let's put the clinic just there on that corner. And we need some education as well, so let's drop a school just there. And let's boost our zoning a little bit more. Let's go back to fill and complete those two sets there. Let's drop in some more commercial just there and there. I'm trying to sort of drop in some preemptive zoning so that people will just naturally start to spawn in those areas. You can see the roads now look starting to ice up. When do we unlock road maintenance? And where is road maintenance? That's a sauna. Ah, that's a new facility in healthcare. Fire department, and that's still locked off. Let's go back to Milestones again. What are we going to get here? Fire Police Unique. All the usual kind of stuff. 1200 will get us the high school. So it's 2000 basically. Is what we need for everything. We'll get the geothermal heating plant, the boiler station, the tram depot. We'll all unlock at 2,000 people, as well as also our road stuff as well. Where is the highway department then? Road maintenance unlocks at 4,000. And then 6,000. Nothing new apart. Well, we'll get the sauna at 6,000. Road maintenance. Where's the snow thing then? Oh, we already have access to it. Look, the snow dump. Alright, can we afford to drop a snow dump in yet? Not quite. We need our population to continue whizzing up. And again, are we at a power loss already? We are. Wow. That's not good. I don't have enough money to drop in another one of these yet, so we're just going to have to wait a little bit longer. Let some more money come in. Oh, there we go. There's the next milestone, so we'll get another injection of cash. So I need another one of these. There we go. That'll give us a bit more coming in. Again, I'm trying to stay away from the polluty stuff, like coal plants. They're also horrendously expensive as well. Let's put in our snow thing here. First of our other new buildings, our snow dump. And I want to check one of these things out, these snowplow lorries. So we're going to go into follow, just so we can check out one of these. Oops. I accidentally moved the wrong cursor. There we go. I want to see one of these in action. So you can see we've got some snowy roads in front of us. Where is he off to? Oh, I just saw some snow. Yeah, you can see, look, the ones in front. You can see the snow being kicked up by the plows. Hopefully we'll go straight ahead. Now we're going this way. Why are we just following the same route that's already been taken? Here we go. Ah, that's kind of cool. Just watching him just carving all that snow out of the road. That's pretty awesome. I like that. How's our city looking in general so far? I've still got more people going in. What about our demands? A big demand for residential, so let's fill that with some more residential zones. We're going to need a little bit more commercial spacing soon, so let's... Oh, wow, we need services. Let's put in a fire service before we do anything else, because that's more important, I think. Let's drop those along here. Can I do the police as well? Yes, I can. Excellent. No, I can't. But fire's more important than police. And we're out of power again. Ah, and we're out of water as well. So I'm going to need to extend that across a little bit. That'll supply the water need. Oh dear. Not good when everything is kind of running out of power so soon. Is that enough? I don't think it is. Oh, wow. We are really... Why are we so low? Why are we so low on power? Got 3 there that should be generating 8. I've got 1 there generating 8. So why is it telling me we're only producing 21? Because I've got that one there that should be generating 7 as well. I need to inspect this and see what's going on. So the wind speed has dropped and the power output's down. So those things are actually now seem to be affected by wind, whereas they weren't before. That's interesting. Also a little disconcerting. We are going to have to drop in a big, smelly power plant. I just don't see any way around that. Can I afford it? I can. I just guess we have no choice. Yeah, let's drop in a power plant there. Not ideal. It's just eating up all the money that I was going to use for everything else, but kind of necessity, unfortunately. I need to link these zones together as well. There we go. So our city's back to full functionality. There's that demand for commercial that I knew was coming. So let's go to select. Start drawing in a new commercial district up there. And then that's going to be a police station. And then here to about there. That should do. Now people are screaming out for police. We still don't have enough money for police, unfortunately. But the money is going up. You can see we're making 2,000 at the moment. That's good. So just got to wait now until we can get enough cash in to actually buy the police. Take a look around our city while we're waiting. I could take out another loan, but we're already paying back interest on one of them. I don't really want to add another loan on top of that as well. I've got this area over here that we can develop at some point in the future as well. But I want to make sure that this area is all done properly first. You can see all those criminals breaking into people's houses right now. Definitely need to get these police up. You're up to 9.5 and still climbing, so the money's coming in. And there's another spike for residential. Let's try and fill that by dropping in some more houses in these areas there. So close to getting the police station. We've got a fire breaking out there. Problem with our two-way road like this is that they have to go all the way down to the roundabout, come all the way back round to get to the stuff on that side. So I'm going to put a side road in just here in a moment as well. I want to get the police up and running first. There we go. There's the police. Everyone's happy. Police cars should start flooding out of there now. Look. Oh, we have new-looking police cars. Or is it just the same ones but covered in snow, which makes them look different? It might be that, actually. Alright, what was I going to do? I was going to put that little side road in, wasn't I? Just to make things a little bit easier for the emergency services. So I'm just going to have to rip through some of those houses. Apologies there, people. But if we create that junction, it gives our emergency services a quicker access route. So you can see here now, got our fire engines. Thought they were ambulances at first because of the white tops, because of the snow. You can see they can get along nice and quickly there, as opposed to having to come down here, going all the way along, around the roundabout, and then back to that house again. They're getting a much more direct route now. Ooh, big blaze going on in the industrial zone here. Look at the size of that fire. 2 engines there already. We've got another couple on the way. And this is something as well. I thought this was a bug at first when I first saw it, but you can see they're actually spraying down the building next to it. And this is to stop the building next door catching fire. Because I have seen that, especially in my forestry zones. I've seen fire just tear through multiple buildings at once. So they're spraying down the building next door to stop that from catching fire. At first I thought that was just a coding error and they were pointing in the wrong direction, but you know, it does make a lot of sense when you think about it that way. Got some early morning fog rolling in. It really does change the way the game this game looks. These new sort of visuals that we have. New effect engines, new tweaked visuals. The game definitely feels a bit more vivid than it did before. And the fog gives you some really nice kind of screenshot looks. Some really pretty looking effects. And there's a little bit more traditional when you've got the sun shining on it that way round. Right, what's next? We have a need for a high school. These are 24 grand and we just don't have the money yet. And now we're having power problems again. Already? Has the wind died down? Is that why we're having power problems? I mean, that's producing 40. What's the output changed onto on these? So that's running at 4. It's running at like half speed. And these are running at half speed as well, so definitely are getting a shortage of power. That's frustrating. It's kind of picking up again. These must be kicking out slightly more power. No, they're still only kicking out 4. Maybe it's because these industrial buildings are on fire, they're no longer using up power. We're going to have to drop in. I don't really want to drop in another coal plant. Let's drop in another one of these, I suppose. It says estimated production 8. Maybe they're too close to each other. Well, no, it's not that, because that one over there is on its own. It should be spitting out 7. It's only dropping out 4. So it's not that. They're just not producing consistently enough. That'll throw a few extra milliwatts in. Keep everything ticking over quite nicely. Let's go back to over here and expand into this area as well now. So we want to go into our roads and we want to bring this back across to there. I'm going to leave it without the... Actually, no, we'll put the baseline in as well. Oops. Just for that extra block down there, look. Yeah, I can go an extra block wide over here. And then if I plonk a line in there, take that one out. Do the same on the opposite side. So that needs to go to there. Across one. This can't go down too far because we're going to get a lot of polluty backlash from over there, but we can at least put a small extension in this way. So we want to go to there and down one. And let's bring a line down there as well. And one more. Oops, it's not long enough. There we go. So that'll do to get us started. You can hear businesses and buildings pinging in the background as they're levelling up. I think it's these residential buildings that are new citizens being born. There's our 2,000 population, so we've hit that already, which means we already have access to the tram and the tram roads, and now we have the hot water pipes as well. So we now have access to a geothermal heating plant and a boiler station. Let's take a quick look at the geothermal plant. Is that in water? Where is the geothermal plant? It's in water, geothermal heat plant. I didn't see it. Of course we've got a whole new tab for hot water. $55,000. That's quite pricey. And then a boiler station is 60. So let's take a quick look at these descriptions. So, first off, a water pipe that can transfer heat in addition to water. Use these pipes to connect heating facilities to buildings in need of heat. Now, what I do know is that, well, what I think is the case is we can actually upgrade existing pipes to these with the upgrade tool. Yes, we can, look. So I can actually upgrade sections of pipe like that. That's really good to know. So we don't have to like put extra pipes in or tear other ones up. This is the heating plant. While using geothermal energy is not as effective as fossil fuels, it's very safe for the environment. The geothermal heating plant pumps heat from deep within the earth to distribute it to its citizens. Make sure the building is connected to upgraded water pipes so it can distribute heating to buildings. And then the boiler station. Produce heat for your citizens with a good old-fashioned boiler station. Make sure the building is connected to heating pipes, blah blah blah. This uses oil to produce heat. Okay, and that's quite pricey as well. So we're a little way off being able to install those just yet. But we will definitely look into that. While we're on the subject of water pipes, let's check we have water distribution over here. We don't just yet. Let's go to straight pipe. And there we go. Now we have pipe coverage over there. Right. Let's take a look at the trams. So we have a tram depot. Sends out trams to lines automatically, basically same as a bus depot. $40,000. Okay, and then we have our tram roads, and then obviously tram line stop will unlock once we have a depot in place. We can actually afford this. It's going to have a little bit of a negative impact. And I'd kind of like this to be kind of over here, I suppose, where possible. And it looks as though I can't get it to fit in one of those blocks. Yeah, not quite good enough working with. Although I can drop it here. Why wouldn't it let me go any higher? That's a bit odd. Maybe it's because of the junction. I think I might make this a commercial area. So, yeah, let's take that out from there. If I put that there, like that, our trams will then come out this way and into this bit here. Alright, so I think we're going to end our episode just here. But next episode, what we'll do is we'll put in some tram lines that'll run out this way into this little area, and we'll also send a line that will run this way straight through the middle of the roundabout into this area over here, and we'll start putting in some tram stops. So that's the end of this first episode of our brand new Snowfall City. Thanks for watching. I am Jim Bob, and I'll be back with some more City Skylines Snowfall very soon.